Hey, welcome to another episode of the Black Guy Who Tips podcast. I'm your host, Rod, joined as always by my co-host,
Karen.
And we're live on a Sunday morning, bright and early, ready to get started this week of podcasts. And of course, you can find us everywhere you find podcasts. Just search the Black Guy Who Tips. Go to Apple Podcasts, leave us 5-star reviews. It helps us out tremendously. The official weapon of the show is
phone chair.
An unofficial sport.
Bullet ball.
And bullet ball extreme.
I try to tell y'all that pregnant pause be my mom thinking, because child, I go on autopilot, I never get it right.
Well, we also are joined by, as you can hear from the laughter, we're joined by a guest that's been on the show a few times, co-host of the Bad and Boozy podcast. And of course, last time she was here, she's talking about like a midlife career change. She was slanging the wines, and she's always a woman of the moment. And so now she's here promoting the 16th annual Marion House 5K race to embrace independence. And in the email she sent me, she's like, I work for them now. It's D. What's going on,
D? I want to say I had another career change. I think this is the last one. But how y'all doing?
It's not. I don't know why you lying to yourself and to the people. People like you, as you get older, you evolve and you continue to find something else to do.
I don't know. We'll see. I might have found a long-term home now, but we'll see.
So, first of all, can you tell the people what Marian House is, like what the organization does as well?
Yes. So Marion House is a nonprofit here in Baltimore. It is a transitional housing program for women. And then over the years, over their 40-something years, they've expanded to like women and their children. So they have a family program. But the base program originally started back in we were founded by some nuns from the School Sisters of Mercy and the Sisters of Notre Dame, and I might have got that backwards. I'm not religious, so I'm like, hold on, which one was it? But whatever. They were founded by nuns who was looking at like a recidivism situation within jails. So originally to help women kind of like not come back to jail, and then kind of evolved to like a homeless organization and helped a lot of women, whether it's from incarceration or like drug rehabilitation, homelessness, and all of that. But I originally found out about the program because my mom was actually a part of the program when she was trying to get rehabilitated from substance use and things like that back when so long ago now. I think she went into the program like 2009. So my family had like some personal connection with their work. And then over the years, then my mom passed away in 2012, which today's the 22nd, so just last week was the anniversary of her death, and the race happens to be the same month. So when me and my brothers were looking for like a way to honor her, we started doing the race every year. So I kind of went from like being a beneficiary of the program to like a volunteer, and then over the years I kind of like expanded my volunteering. I think the first time I asked you about like you being on the show or doing an ad, it was because I joined the committee that was planning the race and was looking for ways to promote it. So, and then I was on the planning committee and like a co-chair of the race one year, and then I was asked to be on the board. And then they do other stuff throughout the year, like Christmas stuff. So a couple of years, me and my friends do like adopt the family and like buy Christmas gifts for the family. And then early year, I was kind of like looking at a transition from Total Wine. And because I was on the board at Marion House, I knew that we had an opening, and I just hit up our CEO, like, what might me like working for y'all look like? So now so, but yeah, that's what they do. They serve a lot of women and children in the program and kind of get them from kind of like this communal environment and kind of work the program to go to like a less communal, but maybe they like share a house with women in like our Marian House 2 program. Right. And then they may transition to our permanent housing or just to find housing out in the community. So
that's interesting too, because I wonder how many 501c start like that, where like, going into it, you have like a very specific mission, like we're going to help with recidivism, blah, blah, blah. But I think as the more you deal with people, you start seeing like, wait, the root cause of this is people don't have a means, they don't have a support system. So now we got to figure out how we can make a support system. So now we're kind of switching it up to like, okay, you can stay here, and also like we're not just gonna feed you, we got to figure out how we're gonna connect you back to the community. and then you keep going further down. It's like, oh, sometimes this stuff happens from addiction. So you can lose your connection to your community, to your family, your support system through addiction, which can lead to houselessness, which can lead to crime. Like, I wonder how many of these organizations start that way, but end up basically like Marion House, where they kind of doing a lot, like they doing everything.
Yeah,
right.
I think it probably happens pretty often. The only issue, as I'm learning, because I've never worked, my background is accounting, but I've never worked in the nonprofit sector. So I think but as I've taken on the job and kind of learning more about the intricacies of like funding and stuff like that, a lot of them start one way, but a lot of whether they can grow or expand the mission is whether they can get the money or whatever. So there are similar organizations like ours that might not have grown as much as ours if they didn't have the right resources, government or like private funding. So I get to see from this angle that all the years I've been kind of like doing the 5K in memory of my mom is like a healing type of thing, and like to give back. But I'm like, oh, these ladies like really need to like the money is really going somewhere. And if they don't get the money, like they don't operate. Like, and so for the like they don't get those counseling services. They don't get the counseling and drug rehabilitation, or I don't know, discounted bus passes or Section 8 vouchers and things like that. So
and when is the 5K and how can people participate in it?
So the 5K is this coming Saturday, September 28th. People can either donate. I can drop the link in the chat. People can either donate, or if you are a runner, if it's not too late, you can register to run virtually. So you can still kind of like log your time, and then like you'll just get like your race t-shirt like after the race, but you can still register virtually, or just donate and kind of like donate to my team. The funny thing is I've been top fundraiser, like individual fundraiser, probably like 8 times. And this year, a new donor or participant came out of nowhere. And I'm like watching the page because I get kind of joy out of like, oh, nobody gonna beat me. And then and since I work at the Marian House now, I'm kind of like trying to make my team like the unofficial staff team. So I'm like, y'all need to support. I don't know why y'all haven't been doing it. And this guy came out of nowhere and like shot right past me with the fundraiser, and I was like, oh no. So it's kind of like, it's like if I lose, that's fine. The Marion House wins at the end. But I'm like, now since I got more connections on the inside, I'm calling our advancement team who was over top the race, like, who is this man? Like, like who is this man? Where did he come from? Like, but so
that's hilarious.
It be a internal thing. Like, what he's trying. And then I was like, I just texted the lady the other day, and I was like, are we giving out a second place prize? Because I would. Is it too late to still get me a trophy just in case I
don't? and to join your team is Team Pam Dukes, right?
Yeah. So I just dropped the link in the chat. So it's Team Pam Dukes. What I am excited about with the team is that even if I don't win fundraising, a milestone I reached this year is usually I'll register. My brothers may or may not register. A lot of my friends still show up to kind of support and hang out during the race. But this year, our CEO, she joined my team and her family registered under my team. So as far as actual numbers, like team members registered under my team, I got like 15 people, and I never had that many people because like I got some of like colleagues to sign up, and I think at least one of the residents signed up under my team, and I was like, thanks for joining the winning team. I can win somehow. Maybe I'll have the most potential.
That's so funny too. Like charity is competition is so hilarious because I mean, obviously,
it's fun.
The charity wins in the end, but like competition does bring it out in everybody. Where it's like, nah, but I do want to win this. I do want to win. Like I got all my little plaques from the other years, like dang. And then somebody was like, I'm not gonna compete next year if I lose. I said, oh no, that just means I need to come back with a bigger and better plan. Like
yes, I need to go back to the drawing board. How can people just regularly volunteer? Because I know at my job they give you like volunteer hours, but they were like, here's some hours that you can work and we'll pay for it. Like if somebody has a job like mine, how can they go through your organization to get it approved if they want to donate time?
So if you're local here, well, obviously one of the good things that kind of the community, the Black Island Tips community, kind of help with that. Like obviously we're a local organization here in Baltimore, so you can feel free to reach out to me. But one of the fun, so as far as like volunteering, like we have like a volunteer like on the main webpage. So like you can volunteer for like different events. You can sign up on like our mailing list. Like we need like for the 5K, somebody is out there like manning the snack table and people in and things like that. Or when we have other events throughout the year, some of them smaller. Like I think like just last week at the family program, we just had like an ice cream social event. So sometimes it's community volunteers. Sometimes we have a lot of connections with like this. So some like if some of the community people from the high schools and stuff like that, we may like talk to them about like, hey, let's do y'all have school kids to, I don't know, like work this evening, or some college kids might get their credits for the semester to volunteer. So like if you just go on like the Marion House .org, the event stuff is there or whatever. So that's like the easiest way. But what I was saying about the community here is when they last year or the year before, when they were looking at like where the donations was coming in, and they was noticing a bunch of them were coming from out of town, I was like, now y'all know that's me. Like, like we got all, like y'all got all these donations that's not from Maryland, and I was like,
right.
That's because my people are all over the country. So
you're welcome. I love it.
Right. Yeah, they be like, I support, but I might not be able to go, but here's some money.
Yeah, for those
here's some money.
For those listening as well, like in addition to being able to participate virtually, which is something I believe started during the pandemic, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You can participate virtually. So I know there's a lot of people. I always see y'all whenever I post my walks and stuff, like, you know, y'all be working. Someone DM me this week to invite me to some type of Spartan race that I'm not doing.
Right.
What race?
Right. I'm like, hey, bro, I'm not there yet. Whatever that is. Like, I don't want to do no Tough Mudders. I'm not
trying to do no triathlon, y'all.
Brother just trying to get his cardio up, get his heart rate going a little bit. You know,
I used to do all those. I haven't done it that much.
Yeah. But the point being, if you can do a Spartan challenge, I know you can sign up to do this and help raise some money for a good cause. And if not, you can always donate. You know, you can always volunteer to donate. And the link will be in our show notes. In addition to it's in the chat room right now. And it's Team Pam Dukes. If you want to make sure that D gets the gets the accolade.
My name, Demetria. That's the government.
Yeah,
I want
Demetria. Okay, we're trying to make no mistakes,
no errors.
Letting these new people come and show people up. There now, we're not gonna let her get embarrassed. Okay, we're gonna make sure that she
not let her get embarrassed.
I know some rich people listen to this shit. Okay,
that's what I'm saying. But I always say like, oh, I got a grassroots. One of the fulfilling things about it though is even when somebody does win or have whatever, they might have like a bunch of big, smaller number of huge donations. But one of the things I love about my community of friends and family is that literally, I'm like most people somewhere between like $20 and $50. I usually don't have a bunch of $200, $500 things. So that's more rewarding to me because I'd be like, I'm on my 08 shit. Like I got my, I'm getting the $10 neighbor. Like, so that's kind of nice.
How's the podcast going? I saw that y'all, have brought it back out of hiatus. I saw some new episodes.
Yeah, so we took a bit of a hiatus because just life be lifing, but in a good way. I was in the toward the end of my career at Total Wine. I was working like 50 hours at Total Wine. Woo. And then last spring, it just happened by accident, but I was working 50 hours at Total Wine. I was running my I do taxes on the side. Like once I left the IRS, I still started my tax business, but somehow I ended up like looking for my in the middle of tax season and working for Total Wine. So I was like stressed.
But you broke up a little bit. You said you were looking for what?
I was looking. I started looking for my house. So I bought. Okay. So I was. So I bought a house in April 2023. So somehow I ended up like working 50 hours at Total Wine, running my tax business, and looking for a house. And I was like, what? Like, and then at the same time, my co-host So went back to school, and then she had her kid was like at the end of high school. So it was like she was so focused on things. I was so focused on things. and we couldn't align our schedules. And we was like, this might be a good time to take a break. Like we tried to record here and there. It was like, let's just take a break. So this year, I'm like, I've been in my house for a year. I'm settled, and she finished her degree. So we was like, and then something happened this summer. Something alcohol related, and then with the Beyonce Sarah Davis coming back, I was like, the streets need us. Like, I think we need to get back to the Black girl shenanigans and talk about this liquor and just life and what the fuck's been going on. And now that I'm joined the 40 club, I turned 40 this year. I said, it's probably a good time to come back.
Well, welcome back, because I feel like 40 is definitely the like stop giving a fuck gene kicks in. So I'm sure the podcast gonna be even better.
Yes, I agree. So that was good. My 40th birthday was kind of fun. I got to hook up with Mike Brown. And he actually produced. I always wanted a comedy roast, and he actually like produced a little comedy show for my 40th birthday.
That's dope, man.
Listen, I love when things come together like that, man. It's such a small world.
Might be good
because I always wanted it, and I said, "Hold on, I know comedians." Like, hey, like, I got you. So.
And look, comedians, they don't be having that much going on. Don't let them fool y'all. They be trying to act like they too busy, but they love to do comedy. They be showing. I be seeing them posting like, "I'm at the pizza shop tonight doing stand up." It's like, well, then come do this roasting. Shit, that's dope.
No, it was good. It was funny. I was trying to get. At the last minute, he couldn't do it, but Randolph from 3 Guys On was going to be my headliner. I was like, can we get Uncle Randy? And he just hit me up like he wasn't going to be able to do it. And I was like, okay. Okay. But thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. But still, you don't get it if you don't ask, man.
Right.
That's dope.
Oh, yeah. I tried.
Tell the people one more time where to go so they can get sign up so they can see what Marian House is all about and all that stuff. And then after this, we'll get into some of this news of the day. It's a crazy day.
Perfect. So you can go to marianhouse.org/5K for everything 5K related. And it's Marian with two, it's Marian. I know some people want to put the O instead of the I, instead of the A. So it's marianhouse.org/5K, and you can get everything from the race there. That'll take you right to the event page, and then just the marianhouse.org, obviously, for anything else to read some of the history about Marian House and all that other good stuff.
I do have a question. For you doing Marian House, your skills as an accountant and your skills at Toady Wine, have you came in and you kind of took those skills and looked at all the things around and going, oh, I can help here, I can do here, like so kind of expanding what you do?
Yeah, so I'm glad you asked. So at Toady Wine, I went from mostly running the wine floor, but my last position was actually when I got promoted to assistant manager. It was the HR manager. So one of the things my needed help with at Marian House was HR, but I got those accounting skills. So what fun story, what actually happened is we had like a lower level accounting position open, and I was just looking to get in the door. It didn't have to be like something like what I see. So when I talked to her, she was like, I have this brainstorm of an idea of like how you can fit in the organization. I was like, okay. And actually our guy who was like operations but finance all at the same time, rolling into that role over 25 years, they knew that at some point in the near future he would be retiring. So she was like, how about we bring you in under just a regular accounts receivable position with the knowledge that next budget we probably can give you a promotion, but we can start to train you to be the CFO and take over the finance department. And I was like, great, like I can do that, because I didn't really want to go back to a desk job, but a desk job like organization I care about is like is a lot different. So right. I was like, sure. So I was like, we like created a title like finance and HR manager. Like I help with some of the finance. She can justify a slight increase in pay by me helping with HR. But literally 3-4 weeks after I got hired, Mr. Pete was like, my anniversary is October the 4th. That'll be 25 years. I'm out. So like we we were thinking we had like at least a year or two of me working with him. I think something in my spirit, maybe my connection with my mom, kind of put him at ease. Like, okay, right. I'm good. And I was
know
like,
this is in good hands. Yeah.
I was like, Well, that escalated quickly. So as of last week, I'm officially the chief financial officer of Marion House because he's retiring on the 4th.
Oh.
Wow. I love it. So, that's dope.
I like them letters.
Yeah, crazy story. So that's why I said I'll be here for a minute. I got a lot to learn and a fun place to kind of learn it and develop it. Yeah.
One thing about Black women, they're gonna be having them letters and degrees, dog.
Come on, letters either in front of the name and or behind the name. It don't matter. The letters are gonna be there.
Try not to be so humble because my friends are like, "Bitch, we know somebody in the C-suite." Okay, and I was like,
"Come on, got this in front of me."
Right, you gotta put that on some business cards.
Somebody's a chief something.
Oh, man.
I'm leaning all the way into it, so I'm excited.
Yeah, I'll get a T-shirt that just says CFO on it. You know?
True. That's all I was saying on it.
Who is that? Oh, you know who it is.
Hey, we can get it because we are on our own thing. Just get a T-shirt and just say CEO. Shit, I own everything.
I already got mine in my Black-owned business mugs around here somewhere. So.
Yeah, I need one of those.
Right. All right. I'm gonna play some music. We're gonna come right back and we're gonna get into some of this news. So give me a second and I'm gonna go grab some water too. All right. That was a longer interlude than normal because I had to get ice in my water. All right. We have all kinds of news that is still popping off. It was a crazy Friday, which
it was hard to keep up. Shit is still hard to keep up. I was like, I'll just let Roger tell me. It's a lot of shit happening. I hate to be like that, babe. I don't know what's happening.
It was a Freaky Friday. In many ways, it was crazy out here. I'll start, I guess, with the most like serious one and the one that affects our. Honestly, though, I can't even call none of these serious. If I'm being real, I said this on TikTok. I feel like I jumped into a different multiverse. Like, I feel like I was in a very serious multiverse where shit was about to go down. It was about to like be the end of democracy, the end of the earth type shit. And I woke up after the Biden debate and somehow ended up in the comedy multiverse. I'm not even sure you're my original Karen. I hope you made it over with me, but I can't. I can't be sure.
I don't know. I might be a variant.
I feel like for the last 2 months, everything's been so fucking funny, and it's just been like, what is this? This should not be funny. This should not be funny. Like when I left my universe, Mark Robinson was running for governor of North Carolina, and it was looking kind of scary. Like, yo, this motherfucker can't be the governor of North Carolina. He's a crazy bigot.
He's a lunatic,
right-wing, anti-abortion. This man is on the record saying slavery was good and black people should be thankful for it. Mm-hmm. And he's black. And it was like, whoa, this is a real guy and y'all gonna run him and he beat some other Republican in the primary and y'all let that happen, blah, blah. And now come out this Friday, I guess it was Thursday technically, there was this bombshell report that dropped. Now the thing is, in our state, you have until Thursday at midnight to drop out of the race, okay? So this bombshell report comes out about Mark Robinson, and it's like, yo, he's a freaky ass dude. He was on a website called Nude Africa, and he was in racial chat rooms showing feet. You know, he was in there saying some wild shit. Like, and I'll read some of his comments on there, but like some of the stuff to me wasn't revelatory because he's in public record having said these things, right? So one thing we already knew was he liked pornography because
that dude came out before with the article that was like at the porn shop that he used to frequent with all of the time. And he came out and he was like, who are these niggas? He was like, I'm this nigga. He had pictures. He had interactions. He was like, you know me. When you showed up, it was pizza day. You used booth number 4. I know you quit pretending.
Yeah, dead serious. He brought pizza to the porn shop.
Mm-hmm.
He used to be in the booth.
Porn shop. What cookie?
Yes. Now this is before he was running, and he probably had no idea he would be a politician at this time, but he used to be so frequently in there. They said he spent about an average of $150 a week in there
renting,
and he would rent these porn videos and stuff. He would jack off in the booth there, so he knew the people.
He didn't have time to go home.
Like if you do $150 a week, right, exactly. If you do $150 a week, I'm not even shaming you. I'm just saying they know you. You like porn creators, like
that's like some shit.
Like, hey. It's Mark. What's up, baby? What you doing today? What you booth number 3? Nah, you already got the key. It's set up for you just how you like it. We ain't cleaned it or nothing.
Oh my goodness. Well, that's probably what he liked too.
Right.
Left behind.
So the porn thing's not that revelatory that he would be on a porn message board necessarily, but he took it beyond. He was leaving comments and he was like finding community amongst the porno board guys. And I don't want to cast aspersions, but as a person that loves pornography and have been on message boards, you don't talk to people. You stay anonymous. You don't put your picture out there, government name, and you say stuff like, what's her name? Do you have a link to the video?
Yes.
Those are
the video.
Yeah. Those are the acceptable comments. There's not a lot of like, hey, while we here, let's discuss race relations. What are you? What? You know what I was thinking? They should bring back slavery. Why the fuck would you say that? Just we're already just jacking off to the same stuff. There's no idea that we would be on the same political wavelength. So he was doing stuff like that in there and telling these stories of like allegedly fucking his sister-in-law and
what?
Yeah, he was a wild boy. He was doing a lot. He was doing a lot in there. So that was one part of the revelations. I wish that should be it, but it's not.
That was the
Lord.
He also had an Ashley Madison account.
Oh, so when they did that,
I watched that documentary.
His name probably came out. Yeah, because people did that Ashley Madison. And I remember when that shit was very popular, I was thinking to myself, there's no way they can keep that shit private. Like in my mind, I was like, that shit's gonna get hacked, and it did.
Well, I don't know, like if he's always been in the hack, and then the Democrats of North Carolina and the National Democrats didn't do enough opposition research and find this stuff out.
I don't think they
or if they thought he was gonna lose or he wasn't a threat, because he was losing in every poll. But I mean, I would have nipped this nigga in the bud early because I wouldn't even let him be lieutenant governor if I knew any of this. So I don't know if they just didn't do that research, but what happened was these journalistic outlets did the research, and so they were like,
they actually did their job.
And he, I guess to his credit or discredit, he kept brand consistency. He went by Mini Soldier, spelled like SLLDR. He went by Mini Soldier, and he kept that name on everything. Like,
he wanted to stay on brand.
So it's like Pinterest.
He was on brand.
Right, Pinterest.
Been on Pinterest is wild. What was he doing over there on Pinterest? Like, what?
I don't know.
Pinterest at the porn.
But that's the thing. It's weird to do not porn stuff with your porn nickname, right? It's like, like you on YouTube and you got your picture and videos of yourself and you running for government office as Mini Soldier, but you also on Nude Africa as Mini Soldier, being like, yeah. So I want to fuck some slaves. We should bring slavery back.
Was doing a little bit of porn stuff just everywhere.
Right.
Like Pinterest is like a just like be shopping on Pinterest and you like pin your ideas. Maybe he was, I don't know, trying to shop for ideas for a dungeon room or something. He was just pinning his ideas on the board.
Right?
That's wild.
He was very outspoken about cheating on his wife. Like basically, like, you know, and they were able to corroborate stuff like the date that he's talking about for like his marriage is the date that he used on other things. So like he be on the porn thing being like, yeah, you know, I've been married for 20 years and let me tell you, man, she don't care if I go out here and do da. And then you can go to his like, you know, Twitter account and see like married since this date. Facebook, yeah, I've been married. Like just a wild boy.
So this is him. Like
trail.
Yeah.
Yes, he did everything short of putting his social security number up there. I don't understand.
He referred to himself as a black Nazi.
What?
Wow. I'm sure Kanye takes offense to that because I know Kanye wanted to be the first. But yeah, like this is a picture from some of his accounts where you can see like his Twitter handle, Mini Soldier, his information, Black Planet, Mini Soldier. Now, why would he have a Black Planet?
Damn, Black Planet.
Why would he have Black Planet? What he gonna do on there? He don't like us.
He want to make sure he covered across all the networks, so just to
right. Discuss, YouTube, all the same thing.
I ain't never heard of Discuss.
Well, it's a forum thing. We actually use Discuss for our.
Is it Discord or Discuss?
It's not Discord. It's Discuss. DISQUS. So it's just like you can leave comments on like a WordPress site, but what happens is different places use it, so you can log into it in different places, and one of them could be Nude Africa. You know.
Lord.
On Nude Africa, he posted. This is Thursday, April 14th, 2011. I'm in Greensboro. If you blah blah blah, they blank that out for some reason, but he's from Greensboro. Information: Greensboro, 56-year-old male, North Carolina. Auto friend finder. He's one of the people that signed up.
Friend finder.
I honestly didn't think anyone ever signed up for friend finder because it's just the thing you see in the corner of porn websites, and everybody goes, "I don't think I'm gonna meet adult singles in my area."
Right. I don't. Yeah. Yes. There's no adult singles in my area.
He's
trying to find friends.
Yeah. He was out here on the hunt. He believed in it. He clicked on it. He was like, "Look, it is lonely grandmamas in my area, and they need some attention." Okay.
Right. I am the friend to find. Find me, friend.
Right. On Nude Africa, he said, "I'm married 21 years happily with no bullshit or begging for 21 years." And here he is on Facebook posting married this person in 1990. So it lines up with the 2011 date for it. He also used a lot of the same terminology that he uses in his government, in his public post on Nude Africa. So like on Nude Africa, he says, "I don't give a frog's fat ass where the vid came from." And then here he is on Facebook. "Note to the news media, I don't give a frog's fat ass about Bill Cosby, Mike Brown's mama, baby daddy, Ray Rice, or that heifer who talked smack about Obama's kids.
Goddamn.
I really don't give a frog's fat behind who Serena Williams married." So
I've never heard that. A frog's fat behind.
It's right. It's one of one.
And I'm down south where they talk country like that. And I'm going frog's fat behind.
That means it's you. You know what I'm saying?
Right, you made that up.
Yeah, he's got a little too spicy with the pepper. I don't give two shakes. We don't give two shakes. He's used that one. Gag a maggot. Which he also uses a hashtag in 2017. Gag a maggot, get that commie bastard out the National Mall. And then here in 2017, he said that was on Nude Africa, but on Facebook he said Facebook needs to do something about these whore profiles. Craigslist ousted them. Facebook can do it. Hashtag gag a maggot, which is crazy considering you signed up for Adult Friend Finder. You signed up for Adult Friend Finder. You like, get these whore profiles off of Facebook.
I was to say, what did he think he was gonna find?
Right. That's what you were looking for. You were trying to find a friend. That's what it is.
Right. those are prostitutes, sir. They're not actually adult friends. They're actually not. They're not interested in your friendship at all.
This ain't meet up.
Right. He also said Butterfly McQueen don't do nothing about no religion, nothing. Taking your cues from a Hollywood dunderhead is a good way to end up stupid. And then on Facebook, he said hitting an uneducated pop culture dunderhead with the truth is like throwing scalding water on a dog, which is also a weird thing to say.
What does his brain work? You're right. We did step into like an alternate reality because what is happening?
Right. It's weird. And so also on the pornographic forums, he was discussing black Republicans in 2010. He stated, unprovoked, I'm a black Nazi. The same month, he said, slavery is not bad. Some people need to be slaves. I wish they would bring slavery back. I would certainly buy a few.
You ain't buying them. You're going to be a slave. I don't know what about that he got confused on.
He wrote that he preferred Nazi Germany Adolf Hitler leader over the leadership in Washington during the Obama administration. I take Hitler over any of the shit that's in Washington right now. He said comments on New Africa often frequently contain derogatory racial slurs directed at black, Jewish, and Muslim people.
Hitler, who didn't like your black ass either.
Yeah, well, those are his comments that did that. In a series of 7 posts in 2011, he disparaged MLK in such intense terms, calling him a commie bastard, worse than a maggot, a whole fucking phony. That's actually hilarious. And
I'm about to say that's actually I would like to use that one.
Every once in a while they land on one, and I have to give them their credit where it's
credit when it's due.
Yeah, whole fucking phony is pretty fucking good. Okay,
that sounds like some real Baltimore shit, I would say.
Yeah. Like I know some black people that's pretty militant that probably would call him that I would be like, damn, that was cold. And a huckster that a user in the thread accused him of being in the KKK responded back with a directing a slur at King. I'm guessing the N slur. And he also used the anti-Semitic slur Heeb when discussing how he liked the show Good Times, developed by Norman Lear, saying the show itself was a bunch of Heeb written liberal bullshit. Good Times?
Oh, Jesus.
Wow. If Good Times was too liberal, Good Times. Right. Good Times, I can't even really go back and watch Good Times. I'll be like, God damn, they had it too bad. While discussing the Taliban, he referred to Muslims as little rag-headed bastards and said if Muslims took over, liberals would be the first ones to be beheaded. He also used homophobic slurs frequently, calling others the F word. And in the positive forum discussion featuring a photo of 2 men kissing after one returned from military deployment, he wrote the sole negative comment, that's some old sick ass F word bullshit, he wrote.
All the isms.
All of them.
Like all of them.
Yeah, all of them are connected because a lot of times if you hit one of them, the other ones ain't too far.
Right.
I tell everybody that.
Jesus Christ.
But that's not the worst. Right. But that's not the worst thing really. Cause like
it's Mo.
I told you this one's a lot. So you got obviously him cheating on his wife, Ashley Madison, right? Signing up for Dope Friend Finder. But once again, he would say I wasn't always a good man. You know he likes porn. I don't know how that would be revelatory to the people that voted for him. He's already got busted about porn a long time ago. No one seemed to give a fuck. The black Nazi and slavery shit, he said literally in a video. It's probably how most of us first saw him, was him ranting and going slavery was good and we need to bring it back or some shit like that. Well, the thing that really I think may have made some people be like he should get out was that he liked trans porn. He admitted to liking it. Now, see that over there, I feel like that's the first third rail.
They'll let everything else go.
Yeah. Now look, they might let this slide because I feel like they have no integrity. But
agreed.
I feel like trans people being the people they're targeting the most right now, and it coming out that he left comments that were positive. He said, I like watching transgender on girl porn. That's fucking hot. It takes the man out while leaving the man in. And yeah, I'm a perv too.
Say it with your whole chest in, I guess. Go ahead.
Oh my goodness. He said,
Yeah.
I wasn't ready.
Yeah. He was on that ride from Catfish shit. If you know, you know.
He said, take the man out while leaving the man. That was bars on the low, but like,
yeah, and he also graphically. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I don't everything else he said, but I'm like in a very isolated way. Be like, oh, this is.
Yeah, if you didn't know, that he was running on anti-trans rhetoric, you'd be like, oh, I guess, I mean, if that's what you're into, I'm glad you found what you liked. And he's gonna get on stage and be like, but you know what's the problem is these trans people.
What? That ain't what you said.
Is that the problem? Is that the problem, Mark? Is that what the problem is with the trans people?
Is that the problem, Mark?
He also had made comments describing becoming aroused by the memory of peeping on women in a public gym showers when he was a teenager.
Oh no.
Now, spoiler alert, he did not drop out of the race.
Oh no, why?
Jesus.
Yeah, he didn't drop out.
And they be doubling it down.
He also made a video, now he did cancel 2 campaign events that day, so I do believe this threw him a curveball because his people didn't know what the fuck they was gonna do. So it was like, yo, we need to cancel the events till we can come up with a plan.
You're gonna be asked about this,
right? We got to figure out what the lie gonna be. I think they tapped in with Trump. He's Trump's guy. Which I actually think is a bad thing for him because Trump guys be losing a lot.
Yes, they do.
Look at that dude from what was the football player from Georgia? Why am I drawing a blank? Herschel Walker.
Yes.
So Herschel Walker was like this too, where he was running a joke of a campaign. It was very embarrassing, but because Trump said that's my man, the GOP wouldn't pull the plug on his campaign. My guess is that the GOP people put this shit out, and they were hoping that he would be so shocked that he'd have to pull his name and then like someone else could like step in at the last second before he had a chance to like come up with a plausible deniability or ride it out. Because I don't think the Democrats, I don't think give a fuck. Not that they shouldn't be concerned, but he really is losing in every single like way.
Yes, he is.
So like I think if they had their druthers, they'd be like, please keep running. I know I tweeted at him. When this shit came out, I tweeted at him. I said, stay in the race. You are a black man and this is racist. They trying to get you off the ballot, brother. Stay strong. Because the weaker the candidate, the better. Yeah, don't leave. No, don't leave now, player. And he did post a video of himself basically denying it all, saying it's all being made up. It was artificial intelligence.
I see that.
All this forensic computer tracing. What?
You used the same name across 15 websites. We supposed to believe it, ain't you? Didn't they say he used the same like email addresses and shit too?
Yeah, going back to 2011 and shit.
We know it's you. You got to log in.
Well, yeah.
Out of control.
And he just basically said they lying. I think I even had a video. Let me see if I can share it with everybody.
He was like, it wasn't me.
Right.
And well, we caught you on the chat, boys. It wasn't me. And we see you on Facebook. It wasn't me. And we caught you on Pinterest. It wasn't me. It's like, nigga, what are these guys? I'm sorry, sir.
Now, D, you may hear an echo from this video. I'm not sure. I think I have to switch over to audio mode so that people can hear it in the chat. But if you hear echo, it'll be passing shortly. But I'm gonna play some of his video.
Okay.
Hey guys, Lieutenant Governor Robinson and your Republican nominee for governor as well, of course. Guys, the news media is at it again. My opponent is at it again. You all have seen the half-truths and outright lies of Josh Stein on these ads over and over again. And now a story leaked by him to CNN is appearing now. Let me reassure you, the things that you will see in that story, those are not the words of Mark Robinson. You know my words, you know my character, and you know that I have been completely transparent in this race and before. Folks, this race right now, our opponents are desperate to shift the focus here from the substantive issues and focus on what you are concerned with to salacious tabloid trash. We can.
I'm always amazed by this point, but why don't they record these takes more than once? Because he's stumbling over certain words and he just sound like he lying. And I'm like, y'all couldn't just keep recording until y'all got like a smooth, like it's only like he's only talking a minute. Like he's over there like, and let me tell you, these stories, it's not true. It's like they lying. My opponents are doing it again.
No, my character.
Right, y'all know I've been nothing but to tell. You know I tell the truth. Okay,
y'all had time to edit this. I hope they know this.
Yeah,
this was live.
Just recorded it. We're gonna do it until you get it a smooth minute. Because it's important that you look like you telling the truth.
Not allow that to happen. And folks, we've seen this type of stuff in the past as well. Clarence Thomas famously once said he was the victim of a high-tech lynching. Well, it looks like Mark Robinson is too.
Nigga, this ain't the same. And Clarence
First of all,
Clarence Thomas.
Right. He was guilty. Two.
Exactly.
That's the only time you coons believe in racism.
Right.
Is when it's you. Every time. This man got comments talking shit about Mike Brown, but then he's like, racism is real when it's my job. Okay, now, them killing y'all in the streets, y'all deserve that. Okay, well, I'm a black Nazi. I hate black people. MLK was a whole fucking charlatan. But for me and Clarence Thomas, y'all gotta stop this racism. It's getting too far. It's too much.
That ain't quite what you think it is.
Right.
Refuses to stand on stage and debate me about the real issues that face you. Instead, they want to focus on salacious tabloid lies. We're not going to let them do that. We are staying in this race. We are in it to win it. And we.
I just know there's so many GOP people.
Tabloid lies.
Right. I know there's so many GOP people that shook that. They just shook their head when he was like, "We're staying in it." They're like, "No, don't stay in it though."
Out of control.
And you know what? This is y'all fault. Not trying funny for following Trump and putting people in there that are lunatics, don't have any moral standards or any of that shit. They've already have doubled down. Y'all allowed the Tea Party to come in and take y'all party, and them people don't give a fuck about government. And all of them are scam artists or grifts. And so when they get there, they're not going to give that power up unless they are forced to. And so this is your fault for even allowing him to run.
Yeah, I think it's a symptom of Trump. Like, once you let Trump
for
be at the top of the ticket, it really said Ali Oxenfree to all the other unserious, like non-politically savvy, charlatan, grifter, liar candidates. It just said, listen, we're not vetting anyone. Just come in here and lie because Trump's doing it. Now, it doesn't seem to work for everybody else. Many of these election deniers also lost. They also are very unpopular. They also, some of them are going to jail. Look at George Santos. Right. Carrie Lake, she can't win an election to save her life. So like, obviously, my man Herschel Walker absconded with the money.
And them people calling him up like the bill collecting. He's like, who?
Yeah, they still don't got
new number. Who this?
They still didn't get the money back from his campaign.
They never getting that money back.
Yeah, so the point being, like, this shit has hurt the GOP for the most part, just chasing after this Trump shit, and he's just another symptom of it. But
right.
Yeah, Black Nazi just out here, just Mark Robinson just showing up with pizzas to the fucking to the porno shop. Like, he's carb loading at the porn shop. He's a different guy. He's a different type of guy, man. So that was one of the freaky ass things that happened. And other freaky ass news that came out on Friday, RFK Jr., there was like a weird sex scandal with him where it turns out there was this reporter, Olivia Nuzzi, Nuzzi. She worked for New York Magazine. She wrote she was like supposedly embedded with his, campaign. She wrote like a profile on RFK Jr. And she had a illicit sexting relationship with him. RFK Jr. is married, by the way. He's married to the woman that plays Cheryl on Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Okay, yeah, I remember you saying that.
Yeah, which is wild as fuck. Because I don't know how the fuck she gets down in the circle she gets in, and then be fucking this nigga. Like, he must be dicking her down something good.
Right. Other than that, it don't make no sense.
Yeah, that's got to be so embarrassing to be like, so Larry David, you gonna have me on the next season of Curb? And he got to be like, you and your fucking husband though.
Right.
Like I hate y'all Republicans and shit, right? Okay. But yeah, so she was engaged to a guy who worked at Politico, Ryan Lizza. Apparently they are no longer engaged after the sexting scandal broke them up.
Okay.
Because he posted on Twitter that he was going to be off of any RFK Jr. coverage because of it's too personal to him now that his fiance was sexting this nigga, and in the tweet he put ex-fiance. So everybody was like, oh, and this is the announcement that y'all broke up over this. You're not even fucking with her. He said he called off their engagement in this comment about the ongoing scandal over her alleged relationship with Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Now, you know how they found out that they were sexting?
Oh, it was something stupid.
Tell me.
RFK Jr. told somebody, she be sending me pictures of her titties, and then that's how they
men can't be trusted. They be talking about us. Mm-hmm. Y'all be talking too.
We need to close the portal.
And when they first asked her about it, she denied it.
Of course,
she was like, "Nah, I didn't. That's not true." But yeah, she was placed on leave later because she did confess she engaged in a personal relationship with a former subject relevant to the 2024 campaign while she was reporting on the campaign, a violation of the magazine's standards around conflicts of interest and disclosures. New York Magazine announced the subject in question was RFK Jr., with sources telling the Post that the pair was sexing around the new year. Nuzzy did not name Kennedy. The Kennedy signed in her own statement in which she admitted the nature of some communications between myself and a former reporting subject turned personal. She maintains the relationship was never physical.
So she lost her job and her marriage crumbled.
Yeah, or engagement. Yeah,
engagement.
And what's crazy though, let's not be too sympathetic. Because one, she's wild as fuck. She posted like some racist shit about Obama when he was in office. Oh. And because people on Twitter, they went and found the old tweets. They like, let's look into her. It's like, oh, she was wild. Like she said,
Twitter CSI gonna be on it.
Right. Like, there was a tweet where Obama was with a kid and like smiling at the kid. Matter of fact, I'll pull it up for y'all to see. But Obama was like smiling at the kid. Oh, did we lose D?
I think we did. I'm gonna go see when she comes back.
Okay. Hopefully it's just a disconnection. She can come right back. Yeah. Okay. There she is. All right. You back? Okay. You hear us? I don't know if she can hear us.
I don't think she can hear us.
I thought I could hear her for a second. Oh, she's muted now.
Let me see. Can we unmute her? That's something she got doing her side.
I don't know. Let me pause the recording for a second. Hold on. Let me get in the chat and ask her. Can you hear or see us? Okay, I see she unmuted. But I don't know. Can you hear us, D? I don't think she can hear us.
Yeah, here typing and everything.
Yeah, let me tell her. Try refreshing your browser. Okay, the page refresh. Browser again. Okay, I'm gonna tell her refresh one more time. Hopefully I'll take care of it. Sometimes you just lose connection like that. So I think, and we've had a delay a little bit this time, so I think that's part of it too. But yeah, so I was about to get into the real tea. I don't want her to miss this.
Oh, no problem.
So,
and every time you turn around, it get worse.
Listen, it was a Freaky Friday. Let's see if we can get her back on. Okay. Invite to main stage. See if that works. Cool.
A freaky ass Friday.
Yeah. All right, let's give it a second. because I think there's just like a bit of a delay or something. Hey, can you hear us? No, I don't think she can hear us.
But we can hear her. We hear everything.
Yeah.
That's wild.
And then the chat room can hear us, so I know it's not my side. Let's see.
Is she using the soundboard?
I'm gonna ask her what browser is she using.
Yeah, that makes a difference too.
Works best with Chrome. See if that helps at all. I'm gonna try to work through it, y'all.
Switch.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, that might be it, guys.
Switch to Chrome.
All right.
Yeah, because sometimes other browsers, it works. It just depends. And sometimes it's like, nope, not today.
Right. So we'll just get at a second, everybody, and come right back. Head off the rest of this freaky ass news.
I think a lot of it had to do whatever settings the browser has. Sometimes it's just not compatible.
I think they just set it up to work best with Chrome. And I know for mine, Firefox has been wonky for a while. Justin always has issues, moving around with different browsers and stuff. So I don't know the exact thing. I know some people are reporting things with the app as well, where they're saying like the app is having issues. They're not getting notifications.
Yeah,
I know they're constantly upgrading stuff over there, so it could be that, something like that.
Yeah, they're going through one of the transitions.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So we'll see. But yeah, let's just give her a second to come back. And I don't know. I'll play a beat or something in the meantime.
Right.
For people to be to listen to. Here you go.
You know what we're here for?
Psycho
Music.
I want to call you one.
A what now? A what now?
Is it okay if I call him one? Is it okay if I call him one? I'm not understanding. Everybody's yelling.
Baby girl. Oh, really? Don't even play.
Is it okay if I call him one? Funky dog head, bitch.
All right, let's see what else we got.
These extremists want to take us back, but we are not going back. We are not going back.
Psycho
Music.
Ours is a fight for the future. And ours is a fight for freedom. We are not going back. We are not going back. These extremists want to take us back, but we are not going back. We are not going back. Ours is a fight for the future. And ours is a fight for freedom.
Of course, that's Isabalu. See what else we got here now that I'm going through all these.
P. Diddy be wanting the body, and you gotta tell him no.
Psycho
Music.
Hey D, can you hear us now?
I can't. It was active on my computer.
Okay.
I just tried to sign on.
Okay. Sound like you're breaking up a little bit on your microphone or something. I don't know if it's like because it's moving around or what.
Maybe.
Like if you can find something to sit it on, maybe
that'll. Yeah. Let me see.
Appreciate you working with us.
No problem. I know how technology be acting up at the last. I know how it'll be acting up at the last minute. So let me.
Yeah.
I got an idea. Let me see if I can forward this. No, I appreciate y'all.
Joe, I just turned that setting off, so it shouldn't be echoing now.
It shouldn't have an echo.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't realize it was echoing.
See if I can click the link from the computer.
Okay.
P. Diddy be wanting the body, and you gotta tell him no.
It's like music.
Join here instead. All right, it looks like it's
okay. All right, it's gonna take her over back to the computer, I believe. See if that
Oh, okay, because she wasn't on the computer.
Yeah, she was on her phone for a second just to try to see if she can get it working. Let me see. I might have to invite her back. Yeah, I think I do. All right, cool. Kept her rolling speaker, so that should be good. Don't worry, the audio people won't hear any of this. But the people that watch YouTube, they get to see all the behind the scenes.
They get to see all everything that's happening.
See what we go through to make this show work for them.
To make this video run.
All right, let's see. D, can you hear us?
My bad. Yeah, I was like, I was hearing y'all, then I wasn't seeing y'all, then I was seeing y'all, then I wasn't hearing y'all.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we got it. Here we go. So, as I was saying, she also was tweeting wild shit about like the Obama and stuff back. Like, she's not necessarily a good person.
Right.
She was also one of the main people that they elevated behind the like Joe Biden must step down shit. So this is her in 2014. Obama was celebrating Pie Day, eating pie, and there's just a picture of him and a kid at a table eating pie. And she wrote, "Kenyan anti-colonial shows teeth to small child." Retweeting the right.
Well, damn.
She also called him a radical anti-colonial Kenyan socialist Nazi. All right, and she said that most radical anti-colonial Kenyan socialist Muslim Wiccan, which I don't, maybe that was supposed to be a part of a joke. She put the real intruder in the White House, and it was a picture of Barack Obama in front of the White House.
Sweets.
Right. CNN, why didn't Secret Service shoot intruder? Well, basically saying intruder is Obama when this is back when they had a scandal where a person broke into the White House. Can't believe how much 8 years changed Obama, and it's him with makeup and lipstick on Photoshop.
What, like he a clown or something?
Yeah, I don't know if it's a clown or she's trying to feminize him. I have no idea. Like she just seemed like a wild person anyway.
So and all the smoke.
Right. I mean, listen, anyone fucking trying to fuck RFK Jr. is already like that's questionable decision making.
Ain't it though?
Yeah, for me. So already I'm kind of wild, kind of skeeved out. She also has these about Biden, how every Democrat looks when they say Biden is fine. In January, I began hearing similar stories from Democratic officials, activists, and donors who came away from interaction with Joe Biden disturbed by what they had seen. For NY MAGA wrote about the conspiracy to silence the to protect the president. This was elevated by people as if it was, viable reporting. It was elevated by, journalists like Chris Hayes and shit.
The people
like,
right.
Yeah.
Because they be falling for this bullshit.
A lot of critics have asked me why I would humanize Donald Trump. I see the search for Trump's humanity as an assessment of his limitations as a worthwhile exercise. If you're not interested, you don't have to read it. I examined Trump's ears, the piece she wrote. She went on the Young Turks to discuss the blowback she received for reporting accurately on Joe Biden and its cognitive decline. That's why I always tell y'all the Turks is operatives.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I can't feel too bad for her, obviously, like, because people try to do this, like, this young woman was taken. What about RFK Jr.? I'm like, first of all, he's not even a powerful person. Let's be honest. Like, he wasn't gonna be president.
And she then knew he was married. It ain't like she went in not knowing the fuck is this.
And she's 30, right? So like, that's grown enough to be like, if you
she know the fuck she doing.
Yeah, right. Decisions were made.
Now her fiance, he knew all this about her when they was together. He actually left his wife to be with her. Right. And now he's like, my ex-fiance. He's 20 years older than her and left his wife of about his age to go be with this younger woman who then cheated on him with an emotional affair with a man 20 years older than him, 70-year-old RFK Jr. So it's a lot of hot white mess.
A hot white mess.
Spilling the chamomile tea.
I just can't imagine a man with that voice stealing my chick. I'm sorry. It's just too much. It's too much. He don't talk like he. That's not a sexy steal your chick type of guy. And you let him. He's like, I get why you have to break up immediately. It's like you make bad decisions.
Yes.
Like, it's not like you
make bad decisions to be with you. But like, you made bad decisions too.
If she fucked like Boris Kojo, you just gotta chalk it up to the like, damn. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like they saying in the chat, that Kennedy name is that for this shit.
Yeah, but it's a lot of niggas named Kennedy. You know what I mean? Dom Kennedy.
You right.
Like, y'all, like, it's getting. You can't have that much effectiveness at this point.
Not with him anyway.
But yeah, so that was just a wild, freaky ass moment.
See, Kendrick done said freaky ass niggas, and the
right
freaky ass niggas is coming out, like, for real.
Right.
This year's, I guess, the year of the freaks, apparently.
Well, low key, it's like Kendrick changed what freak meant.
Yeah.
Right.
In my old universe, freak used to be like I'm a kinky, sexy, sexual.
Yeah,
I'm sexually liberated.
Now it's like a deviant. Like, it's wild.
Right. Now it's like, oh, so you a pedophile. Like, no, what? No.
These things are not the same.
No, I just like, I like Adina Howard. That's what I mean.
Right.
You know, I want to freak you. That's what Jodeci used to say.
Right.
Now you can't say that.
Going to the freak Nick, like,
right. That was the other sex scandal. My personal favorite one, though, has nothing to do with anything truly serious. But my man, podcast favorite, personal favorite, Michael Eric Dyson got caught up in some bullshit.
No, I didn't hear this one.
Oh man,
it's gonna be good. I haven't heard about it.
It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. So I don't know if you guys remember famously. I don't even think I played the clip on here, but Nancy Mace and Michael Eric Dyson were on CNN show together, and they had a pretty intense exchange because she kept pronouncing Kamala Harris's name incorrectly on purpose, which led to them like having it out on the air and then she said he called her a racist, even though he technically did not call her a racist, but he said you were participating in some microaggressions and stuff that, are what one that would be a racist might do, that kind of thing. He's all good with words and shit. So she goes before like Congress during this hearing about DEI and stuff, and plays now once again, you make second everybody, I'm sorry, but I have to do it for everyone to hear the audio. But she goes before like in this hearing and submits this, which is relevant to nothing happening, but she just tells the world this about Michael Eric Dyson and her. Okay, Twitter, don't embarrass me. just work.
I would like to also enter into the record a screenshot of a text message I received from the esteemed professor from Vanderbilt, Michael Eric Dyson, after my CNN interview, begged me for photos. In this text, he says, after calling me a racist on CNN, shh, don't tell anybody, we look good together, and sent me a kissy emoji.
Without
then
objection.
the guy says I'm gorgeous in all these photos. I don't think he's that bent out of shape on how anyone pronounces Kamala. And if we're going to have that standard, you got to hold it to both sides, not just one or the other.
Now, this has literally nothing to do with what
Oh, so she just bumped us up out the blue just to embarrass him, just to put it on record.
Just went ahead and put it out there. There's really no reason.
Right, because he's not on trial. He's not running for nobody office. Like, I don't understand.
He wasn't there. It was just like just a shitty thing to do to him. Now, look, I personally,
she was right.
Right, yeah, and I personally don't feel too bad for the dude because honestly, I think it was weird of him to have that exchange with her and then be texting her afterwards like shit was cool. Like, that's a very weird thing that he did, in my opinion. Cause she's so, like, matter of fact, let me see if I can find the exchange. Because it was such a like, what? Why would you go off the air after that? And then go, well, let's text each other. Let's take a picture together. Let's, okay, I found the video. All right, I'm gonna put this on too. Once again, like I said, y'all might get a bit of an echo for a second. I'll turn the setting off in a minute.
That's the history and legacy of white disregard for the humanity of black people.
So now you're calling me racist.
I just said you weren't racist.
That is complete.
You don't have to intend racism to accomplish
you are
it.
intending that
Your
I'm
disrespect
racist,
of Kamala
and
Harris
that is
part and parcel of the disrespect.
It's offensive,
Congresswoman.
and it's offensive.
I'm not calling you a racist. I'm saying what the practice is.
You are. You absolutely are.
Disrespecting. No, what's disgusting is your disrespect of her.
Professor,
this gentleman said, I didn't know her name. He's trying to do
is
it.
her disrespect of women. She doesn't know what a woman is. And if 25 years ago,
white women don't have the ability to tell black women who paid the price of blood to make this country what it is, to tell them they're not real women.
25 years ago.
For your babies,
25 years ago, I became the first woman to graduate from the Citadel, the military.
So you would think after an exchange like that, there's literally no reason to be like to text her this afterwards. They took a picture together. What's going on with his sleeves? I don't know. Maybe that's why people think something's up. I don't know why he did his sleeves like that. But don't tell anybody. We look good together. Laughing emoji. Kissy face emoji. She put ha ha ha. Then she laughed at it. Then she wrote ha ha ha. He laughed at that and he said something to the effect of like, well, your gorgeousness is what's doing all the work in this picture. Yeah, your gorgeousness make the photo. So there's that smiley emoji. And of course she ran with this and said he's trying to fuck me and this is, this is what the real Michael Eric Dyson and what he be doing. Okay, now my favorite part of this. Michael Eric Dyson was like, I'm about to clap back. So he made a 7-minute video.
He vocabulation. Of course he did.
He made a 7-minute video, dog. What? Right. Right. Let me just say this. As a writer, okay? As a writer. Brevity is the soul of wit, right? Like, you keep it short, right? If you ask me, like, Rod, Nancy Mace said you texted her and that you was trying to flirt with her and fuck her based off of the text and showed us screenshots. The easiest, best thing to say is, I'm not trying to fuck Nancy Mace. End of the controversy. The end. It don't, like, she may feel that was flirty, but I was not trying to fuck Nancy Mace. Y'all know I can't stand her. The end. But instead, because you was piling around, being nice, being friendly, and took 7 minutes to get to the point, now it kind of does seem like, well, maybe he was trying to fuck her. I don't know.
7 minutes. That's
Seven.
a long time.
It's a long time. I'll pull up the video because I need y'all to see it. I'll, in fairness to him, I'll skip forward eventually to the part where I feel like he kind of clarified and cleared his name. But yeah, we don't need this long, bro. I'm just gonna help you out right there.
Trim it down.
You gotta just edit this shit.
Right.
But
editors.
Hey, my friends, Michael Eric Dyson here. Just want to clear something up. A vicious untruth and rumor that's being spread by Congresswoman Nancy Mace claiming I was trying to hit on her. So I'm trying to figure this out. So this is our complete text exchange that she says proves I was trying to hit on her. We were on CNN together. She was vicious. She was nasty. She refused to call Kamala Harris by her right name. We had a bitter exchange about that. She claims in the interview that I called her racist when I went out of my way to say she wasn't a racist. I said, you're a wonderful woman. But let me say this to you, because I know you probably didn't understand this or mean it, but when you call Kamala Harris out of her name, that is perpetuating a legacy of inequality and of white subordination of black people.
Now, already he lost me when he said, I'm not calling you're not a racist and you're a wonderful woman. That's stuff to me
Conan ass.
Right, like to me what really fucked him up in this is you had that energy on screen, and it's feeling like that Boondocks episode where Ann Coulter was on there, and it was all like a farce between her and the Reverend Al Sharpton, Reverend Rollo Goodlove, like character where like on the air they would have bitter fights, and then off the air they'd be kicking in and acting like cool with each other. Mm-hmm. That's how this feels to me, which is to me more damning than even if you were trying to fuck her. I was talking to Randolph Terrence, who was texting.
I agree.
Right. If I was talking to Randolph, he was texting on this, and he was like, I don't think he was trying to fuck. I think he just was like trying to be friendly, and he's friendly like this to all those motherfuckers. And I was like, I hear you, but honestly, I wish he was trying to fuck. Cause I could actually make an excuse in my mind to be like, well, niggas will say anything to get some pussy. I guess he was just pressed to get some pussy. He was lying. Like, nah, you ain't racist. Look, them titties ain't racist or whatever.
No.
But like, it's worse to me that you weren't trying to fuck. Cause now I'm like, then what was the motive? You said she wasn't racist. She's a wonderful woman. And you weren't trying to beat it? What's wrong with you?
What is happening?
Right. That's crazy to me. But he goes to explain, as you know he will.
Oh, so you call me a racist? No, I didn't. So she's looking for some reason to try to exploit the situation. This is the text exchange. I sent her, Abby Phillip, the host of the show, suggested we take pictures. I said, let's take a picture. She said, Abby said, when you post it, then tag me too, and then we'll have fun. Because the whole point was two bipolar opposites.
Okay, he's using that word wrong. Just letting y'all know.
Right.
He's gonna use it wrong again, by the way. So it's not a bug. It's a feature.
That's a real.
Just polar opposites is all you need. That's all you need. I don't know why he threw the bi in there. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why he went there, because then that's got some mental health implications.
Right, I was about to say.
Needlessly complicated.
Michael Eric Dyson on one side, Nancy Mace on the other. So I sent her, and she said, great pick. And I said, shh, don't tell anybody. We look good together, with a laughing face and a kissy face. And my point was, shh, don't tell anybody, because we are bipolar opposites. You're on one side of the spectrum, and I'm on the other side of the spectrum. And she said, ha, 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 ha.
So then he goes through a bit more where he like, I'm going to skip past some of it, but he goes through like every time he's ever used gorgeous to compliment somebody. And he goes through like, I complimented Boris Kojo. I call him gorgeous. I call Jesse Johnson gorgeous in an article about him. I call my friends gorgeous. I just say gorgeous is my go-to compliment for people in general. That don't mean I'm trying to fuck. Am I trying to fuck Boris Kojo? I'm trying to fuck Jesse Jackson? Like, get the fuck out of here. That's his.
Oh yeah,
excuse.
I'm about to say you can go closer towards the end, Chad.
Months.
Yeah.
A heart with a
This is still him going through every text message he's ever
I think it was
complimented
closer
somebody.
to the end.
But my thing is like, all this is not helpful because it's too long.
Yes.
Like honestly, I thought he really was trying to beat because I refused to watch 8 minutes.
Right.
And so it wasn't until I went on 3 Guys On and they played the end of the video, I was like, oh yeah, okay, maybe he wasn't trying to beat. And it's not until he said a specific phrase. Let me see if I can find it. Because once he said this, I'm not gonna front, I did completely believe him. Now look, maybe something will come up later and people will prove him wrong, but he got kind of indignant about the allegation. Like he would not get caught out here fucking no white ladies. And I was like, oh, I didn't know you was militant like that, Mike. I didn't know you was holding it down like that. Oh wait, damn, I just lost it. Oh, I gotta bring it. Give me a second. I gotta bring it back. It was I was trying to get the video to reload because it's so fucking long. To the most relevant part where he was like, he was on some. I wouldn't even fuck any white women. Let me see.
Exploit the situation. This is the text exchange.
Okay, that's still early in the video.
I think it was close into the end.
Yeah, I gotta find the 7-minute version. Okay, here we go. All right, let me share it on the screen again. God damn it, Mike. Why couldn't you just make it 40 seconds? It would have been over the segment already.
No!
All right, here we go. Share the screen. Boom, boom. And let me fast forward.
Posted about she's American. And then I put a power hand. And he did white women.
Okay, here we go.
This is a woman trying to exploit the situation, trying to pretend as if I was trying to hit on her. She literally has that text exchange that I read the whole of it to you. I ain't trying to holler at her. I ain't trying to be with her. I have not dated white women. Not that that's a problem. All 3 of my wives have been 7 to 11 years older.
He's like, listen.
Come on through, Cougars.
He's offended, okay? My man said, look.
He's like, bitch, you too young. Get away from me, cub.
I don't want no white woman, number 1. Number 2, you too young. For your boy Michael Eric Dyson, I like him old, okay? I want me
all 3
right.
All 3 of them.
Okay, my wives be old as shit, girl, okay? I'm out here. I would run through the Golden Girls if they was black. If they was black, Ruth, all of them could get it.
You ain't collecting Social Security. You can't do nothing for me, bitch. Get out my face.
Let me know when you go to an old folks home and then you might could get some of this Michael Eric Dixon.
Again, where in that text exchange am I hitting you? No. What you're trying to do is generate nastiness and viciousness because you're so bitter because you got your butt whipped that night because I told you then that what you were doing is wrong. And let me correct one thing I did say. That night I said, you're a wonderful woman. And then I said, I know you don't intend to do this. And she said, oh, are you calling me a racist? And of course I said, no, I wasn't. Let me correct myself. You are a racist. You are a racially charged, small-minded, bigoted person who is trying to exploit a situation to try to make people believe that I was hitting on you when I've just now read the entire exchange, which is false.
Also, I could just for a second he touched the screen, and I think that means while he was on this IG live, people was texting him like, "Yo, you crashing out right now." He's like, "Fuck that shit. I'm not done. I'm calling a racist too. I'm not hanging up till I'm completely done."
I've told
everybody know.
They're like, Mike, they not gonna have you back on CNN. Fuck that shit. She said,
fuck that bitch.
She got me out here looking crazy.
Right. Talking about, got me on the congressional records. Bitch, I'm not on trial. Why am I on the congressional records?
This what you get trying to be friends, man. Oh, man.
Oh, I've read other exchanges with
white women.
Mm-hmm. You can't trust. Why would you trust this particular white woman, if anything?
This particular kind.
This is literally a scorpion you're helping cross the river, dog. Why are you doing this?
People where I called them gorgeous and wasn't trying to hit on them. And so your attempt is sad and sorry, but your bigoted, racist attempt will not succeed. Ain't nobody trying to holler at you. And if you're that desperate that you need a black man to holler at you, I'm not the one to do it. There are plenty on your side who can do that, ma'am, but you got the wrong brother in me. Again, vicious, misleading, lying, distorting, and trying to pretend as if somebody's trying to holler at you when that's the furthest thing from my mind. My mistake was being gracious to you, of trying to say, oh my God, we are opposites, but we can still be gracious to one another. I can still compliment you. I can still say nice things to you. There was no attempt to do anything but to be gracious to you. But you have proved to be what I said you weren't. A vicious white supremacist racist who is incapable of accepting the generosity and kindness of a black man. You are a sorry, sick soul.
I don't know why.
Listen. Why can't you just do the part?
Right. Like, why would
he drop them big words and say, I ain't trying to holler at you? He forgot all the big words.
Did he? Like I said, I tried to watch the video the day he uploaded it. I tried to watch the video and I made it about 2 minutes in and said, he did it. I'm sorry. It don't take that long to explain you weren't trying to fuck somebody. It's a real short answer. I promise you. It just, hey man, I ain't trying to fuck Nancy Mace. All right, y'all. This is Michael Eric Dyson. Y'all have a good one. But I did make it through his vocabularious ass 5 minutes to get to that last 140. And that's when I said, you know what? I apologize, brother. I actually do believe you because you sound offended. And it wasn't until he got offended that somebody thought he was fucking white women that I was like, oh, he's one of those.
Agreed.
He's one of those.
And then he finally called her what he really meant. You vicious white bastard.
He was trying to be nice. I don't know. I know he's a pastor or a reverend. Maybe he thought he was turning the other cheek being nice, but this is why I always start on y'all racist. I don't like to I don't like to play the games. I'm like, prove you not racist.
You just gotta start with they were agreed.
Yeah. Like let me see Nancy May say something where I'm like, oh word. Oh, okay. I didn't know you thought Black Lives Matter. That's interesting. You gotta go backwards with me. I'll start with like, she racist. Anyway, he got shot out here. And then what was the other? RFK Jr.
It was more sex. It was more freaky ass nigga.
Oh, now this one is not a sex. Oh wait, actually, you know what? I actually do still have more sex scandals. God damn it, son of a bitch. What? Bill O'Reilly.
What? His old ass. What's happening here?
He stormed off a PBS set after a confrontation over sexual harassment allegations. PBS doing better work out here than Jon Stewart at the Daily Show, because Jon Stewart had this man on there kikiing with him just this year.
Oh, he don't even do TV no more, right?
Nah, he got his own thing done.
That's out.
Yeah, so he went on PBS firing line after and walked off the set.
Called the firing line.
Right. He was grilled by Margaret Hoover about the explosive sexual harassment allegations that derailed his Fox News career. She once was a familiar face on the O'Reilly Factor. She dared to confront the disgraced anchor over the tens of millions of dollars paid out to silence women accused him of misconduct. He was axed from Fox after the New York Times blew the lid off the settlements. In 2017, the outlet reported that he had reached $13 million in settlements over harassment claims, leading to his ouster from the network. Later, an additional $32 million settlement was revealed. Hoover acknowledged she didn't expect him to comment on these details, though he admitted knowing the question was coming. Well, I knew it was coming. I knew you were inviting me here for a discussion and that would be part of it, but I'd be a fool to dredge that up, he told Hoover. Things got even more tense as Hoover pointed out how his accusers were left in the dust, unable to reclaim their careers, while he thrived in independent media. Instead of addressing this brutal truth, O'Reilly lashed out, warning Hoover not to air the footage and threatening legal action. Despite his threats, PBS aired the bombshell episode.
Of course the fuck they did. What is he really gonna do? The fuck you gonna do? Like we have the right to air this. There's nothing you can do. We're not doing defamation with, none of that shit. These things are fact. These things went to, we know these things. So what we talking about?
Honestly, it's when you stormed off that if I'm the producer, I'm like,
Right. Play it.
We got us an episode, y'all. We know the clip we gonna put in the commercial and everything.
And the second he ran out,
Yep.
Yeah, the second he run off, it goes straight into whatever documentary I want to play. Fuck you.
In an unprecedented move, the former Fox Titan stormed off, marking the first time in Hoover's 7 years hosting Fireline that a guest couldn't handle the heat and fled before the interview ended.
Right, because y'all talked about it. Y'all agreed on this question because, you know, sometimes they come up and they tell you, I don't want to talk about certain things. And if you do, it becomes a problem. Well, then why did you even agree for it to come up then if you actually did not want to address it?
I would have just been like, so this the same thing those women had to do when you was harassing them. And then he probably would punch me.
I'll be like, now I'm victim number 58.
Right.
I'd say it loud too.
Right. Motherfucker. So all right, I think that's all the freaky ass nigga stuff. Now, in kind of some disappointing news, and I'll play we'll go to the segment for this one, but we gotta do a little bit of fucking with black people real quick.
Okay.
Boom, 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 boom. Hey, we're just fucking with them people because they black. We're just fucking with them people because they black. We're just fucking with them black people. We're just fucking with them blacks. We're just fucking with black people. Hey, hey,
Fucking with black people. Go around the globe, find different articles, talk about how much we feel fucked with as black people. Janet Jackson has made the news because she did an interview, I believe it was with maybe the Guardian or something.
Okay.
And she questioned Kamala Harris's race.
What?
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Did somebody ask us? Yeah, this information.
Right.
I mean, baby girl, just tour the country. What is we talking about?
Not Janet. I didn't think.
Right.
Not Janet. Okay.
I ain't see that one coming.
She also noted that she thinks there will be mayhem regardless of who wins the 2024 election. So this came up during a conversation with the Guardian. They have a podcast called The Weekend Podcast. She was discussing her new tour, Together Again, and she said the reporter noted that America may be on the verge of voting for its first black female president. Jackson stopped her and shared her thoughts. Well, you know what they supposedly said? She's not black. That's what I heard, that she's Indian. Her father's white. That's what I was told. Her father's black. I mean, I haven't watched the news in a few days. I was told that they discovered her father was white. The presidential nominee's father, Donald J. Harris,
have to share any of that information with us, ma'am.
You
could have just kept quiet and kept your thoughts to yourself and went on with the interview.
Yeah. Yep.
Like literally, that's one of them times where you don't know, or not trying to find you. You could have been like, now, what is the ethnicity of her father? Like, ask they the news people, ask them to confirm to you. You know what I'm saying? You be like, just to be clear, what is it? Oh, okay, and moved on.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I heard. Heard from who?
Right. That's what I heard. That's the same thing Trump says when he's like, I saw it on TV.
She sounded just like him.
Right. The presidential nominee's father is Donald J. Harris, who is a Jamaican-American economist and professor at Stanford University, who separated from her Indian mother when Harris and her sister Maya were young. When asked again if she thought America was ready for a president who was a woman of color, she said, I don't know. Honestly, I don't want to answer that because I really truthfully don't know. I think either way it's going to be mayhem. Her comments about Harris's race followed Donald Trump questioning if Harris was actually a black woman at the NABJ. So that was the thing. A lot of people were feeling, it was conflicted for a lot of people because, Janet is one of the most hallowed, respected black women entertainers of all time. A lot of people championed her, especially after the Super Bowl when Les Moonves tried to basically end her career.
Yes, he did. And we was the ones supporting her during them years.
Right. And with Kamala Harris being a black woman, iconic figure who could possibly be president, I think a lot of people, if anything, you definitely you don't want to see misinformation about her. We're not Like we can't, like I know you can't expect everyone to be completely on board with any candidate, but you can be on board with
facts.
Right. Yeah, you can be on board with facts. So she comes off horribly uneducated in this, and so I think that really fucked with a lot of people.
Right.
My thing is she really lucked out because it's been 24 hours, and if I was Chrisette Michele, I would have popped up on the IG live with a Kamala Harris waltz t-shirt and a hat. I would be like, I heard y'all got a spot opening up in the Black Women Democrat delegation. I've been waiting. Okay,
that's about the only way she gonna
y'all
get
got
back
me
in,
here for fucking with Trump. And I'm just saying, like, it's your girl could use the work. Okay,
because one thing about it is Black women love Black women. And one thing about her, Black women was her number one demographic, and not funny
for Chrisette Michele.
Yeah, for Chrisette Michele, and no one else.
Yeah, right.
So when you stepped up there, we was like, oh word, right. Oh word, oh word. Like we the one, like Black women, not Black men. Black women is the people that love your music, go to your shows, support you. So when she pissed them off,
yeah,
and the thing is, she doubled down on it, which really made people mad. People was like, oh, so you meant that, but then fuck you.
Then the other part of it is, if I was Justin Timberlake, I would have definitely used this moment to endorse Kamala Harris. I would have came out.
I would have too.
Like his PR people failed him yesterday because someone should have been paying attention.
That would have been a good move.
Yeah, like bro,
and,
you just
got that DUI, whatever. Yeah,
right. You just got the DUI. Everybody blaming Britney crashing out on your ass. You need some good PR right now. The perfect time.
Like, I support Black women.
Right. Listen, I support.
It was Janet.
Right. You could listen. I would have been out with a free JT t-shirt today. Like, look, man. maybe we had our Vanilla King wrong. He was just trying to expose her before all of us found out. He knew something. But nah, he didn't do that.
It's no excuse for Janet though. Like all this money and access to information, it's no excuse.
Listen, and a month ago, I was like, when Jermaine Dupri posted that video asking them dumbass questions about Kamala Harris, I was thinking to myself the same thing I've been thinking about Jermaine Dupri for about 20 years now, which is, how the fuck did you bag Janet Jackson? How the fuck did you do that? But now, today, I'm like, that's how he did it. Okay.
They was both talking stupid, probably.
They was just both in bed reading books backwards. And or some was just they was just both being dummies. Oh, I can't believe not Janet, man. This one hurts. It hurts.
And also it's one of them things where
a little bit.
Even if you don't know, there's somebody around you that can inform you. Like, you know, you'd be like, hey, like, what is going on with this debate? Like, I mean, that's
willful ignorance.
Right. You have PR people, you have people that write stuff for you, you have people that like their whole thing is around your brand. Like they got a job based on your brand. So they don't want you to, because you look stupid, you make them look stupid for working for you. So they got to be like, hey, Janet, we just to let you know, this is what we know. These are the facts.
The woman said to, obviously, the reporter.
Like Beyonce, just don't say nothing.
Right. You cannot not to say nothing.
Beyonce, she don't say nothing unless she's selling something. And then like once every 4 years, she come out and endorse the president. Like that's it.
Yeah, but like this. And if she does say something, she writes it in her own words, and she picks a photographer, and she tells you where the site is, and she tells you what you gonna do and what you ain't gonna do, because she's like, everything is under my control. If I'm not selling it, I'm producing it, I'm writing it, I am in motherfucker. Because she is somebody who I think was kind of ahead of the curve about what y'all bitches ain't gonna do is get out here and create your own narratives about me. So I think that's happened to her in the past.
The reporter did correct her and say, well, she's both. Like Indian and Black. And she said, and that's when Janet said her father's white. That's what I was told. I mean, I haven't watched news in a few days. I was told that they discovered her father was white. The reporter, I'm floored at this point. It's well known that Harris's father is Jamaican economist, a Stanford professor who split with her Indian mother when she was 5. My mother understood very well. She was raising 2 Black daughters. Harris wrote in her book, The Truth we hold. The people who are most vocal in questioning the facts of Harris's identity tend to be hardcore QAnon adjacent Trump loving conspiracy theorists.
Right.
I don't think Jackson falls into that camp, but I do wonder what the algorithms are serving her. I'll start again. Harris has dual heritage, I say, and given this moment, does Jackson think America is ready for her if we agree she's black or okay, a woman of color? And that's what she says. I don't know. She thinks it's gonna be mayhem. And she says, I think there might be mayhem either way it goes, but we'll have to see. And so they moved on from it after that. But yeah, 0 to 100 for how much fucked with you feel, Karen.
For me, I'm going to give this a 75. I'm fucked with because, not trying to be funny, Janet's been in the industry too long. It's not trying to be funny. It's not like she's new to the industry. Mm-hmm. She's been on interviews before. They've asked her questions before and shit like this. So it's not like, yeah. And I guarantee you, she probably knew these questions was gonna come up. They don't throw, particularly somebody at her status. They don't throw no shit at you that you're unaware of. Right. And so you coming off the top of the dome and not being educated about this really, really frustrates me a whole fucking lot. Like, it just does.
Okay.
And so I'm gonna go up to 100 because I was like a 75, but then I was like, nah, because I thought, I'm thinking about what I'm saying. I'm like, nah, you get 100, and the reason why you get 100 is because, like I said, you're not new to this. Mm-hmm. You know, like you're just ignorant, and you opting to be ignorant. It's too much information. Like I said, it's too many people around you whose whole job is to be sure you don't look stupid for you to do something like this. Or either you could have just said what you said before, which is, I think it's gonna be chaos no matter what, ballot, and we could all just kept moving. Right. Like you can always give an opinion without giving an opinion. You know, people are masters at that, and they could just kind of answer the question without directly answering the question. And you opted not to. You opted to spew the shit that you're into, which is basically right wing things, because this is the shit that they spew. So who are you talking to? Who are you? Like, it makes me begin to ask myself, what circles are you in for you to think like this?
Okay. All right. What about you, D?
I'm gonna say 100, just because, like, Janet, don't us black women, like, that's real disrespectful, and it feel like willful ignorance. So, she don't have no will. And also, we defended you at the Super Bowl. Fuck you, Janet.
Right. We've been riding on that lie that you ain't know your titty was coming out. It's been 20 years. We still being like, no. Even though she had the accoutrements of a titty that need to be seen, like I know what a titty that want to be seen look like, but we've been rolling with the lot. Like, I can't believe Justin Timberlake would do something disgusting like pull them beautiful titties out in front of us like that we all was praying for. When it happened, I thought I had mental powers. I said, oh, if my powers finally kicked in, stuff is happening in the world that I'm making. But it turned out it was Justin Timberlake. For me personally, man, I feel like, look, we have loved this woman forever, you know, since the good time days and shit. Mm-hmm. But what has she done for us lately? Okay. No matter how much of love you can be with somebody, you don't know what you got till it's gone. And that is the way that love goes. You know, she don't feel like she's surrounded by a lot of people, so maybe she's just getting lonely or something.
So you just telling us to wait a while?
I think we should wait a while before canceling her, and maybe we could be together again. Because when I saw this, it made me want to scream. Like, I was that upset by her crossing this velvet rope over to the other side.
Maybe she wasn't in control of the situation.
It sounded like she wasn't in control.
It sounded like
yeah, she been hanging around some nasty boys or something over there. But you know, it's just when I think of her, that's not the Janet that I think of. So I'm gonna give this only a 50, and hoping that, you know, it's very shocking, but it's a hopeful 50 that she's gonna come back around. Because this is I mean, I guess if you're Justin Timberlake, there's some real poetic justice, right? Mm-hmm. Like that just happened, you know. And I'm sure her husband's thinking, why did I get married, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, you know, anytime, any place, she could have got some. She could have got educated.
Anytime, you know. And hopefully that she will do that. God damn it, Janet.
As y'all can tell, we know too many of her songs.
All right, let's do one more. Chingy,
a rapper.
Yeah,
he's still with us.
He's still with us, and apparently he was with the GOP for a second because he was headlining a performance for the Log Cabin Republicans, which is the LGBTQ Republican organization, oxymoron. And he was going to perform there September 29th. They put out the flyer with him on it. And I have to show y'all this art because I laughed so hard at how they did Chingy, dog. And it made this spot hot for the record. Like this, like he didn't want this. Like I think he
probably took that check, was like, hey, the check nice.
I think he was just planning to like slide up in there, do his, you know, his set. You know, hey, I'm just getting paid. I'm here for a check. It's not that serious.
But you can't do that, dog.
Right, but it just didn't work out for him when he tried that. Let me see if I can show y'all the picture. I'm still scrolling on my page.
That money is nice. They get over there and they be like, "Oh shit, it's fucked up," and people are like, "Yeah, that's why they've asked." Put it like this: Chingy was not at the top of their list. I can promise you that. They got down to Chingy.
Oh, 100%.
So if you were smart, you would have said no too.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, so look at this. Wait till I show y'all this picture. This is so fucked up how they did him, dog. So this is the picture. They got him in the biggest top left corner as the first person they showed. Now, what's funny about that to me is you know this man is there for a check. He gonna sing right there and he just gonna go home. But they got this up there like he was the headlining, opening speaker.
Oh, they do. Yeah, because you know what? Donald Trump Jr. should have been number one. The fuck is this?
And they have open Republicans.
It's something about it being right under the red.
Right.
Yes. Like a flag. Like
and they have all these other people who are bona fide Republicans who do want to get top billing. Donald Trump Jr., Kimberly Guilfoyle, Chris DiStefano, who I think is a comedian, right-wing person.
Mm-hmm. He should be down at the bottom.
I think Jimmy Levy is the dude Hate Dog, the MAGA rapper singer guy.
Oh yeah, that we covered before.
Yeah, Jessica Sutter, I don't know her. Craig Campbell, I don't know her. Charles Morin, I don't know. Jesse Keith Whitley must be a singer. He has a mic in his face. Richard Grinnell and Morgan Ortagus.
Yeah, he should be where Morgan Ortagus is.
Right. They really stepped up.
Like literally, like we know he is, and not trying funny. It's like everybody else is 4 squares. He up there with the 3 square crew. Y'all did him wrong. Y'all know that man gonna be there a smooth 5 to 15 minutes, and he gonna get his ass off stage and go home.
He gonna ask for his check as soon as he hit the door.
Yes, I'm not performing until I get paid.
And what's crazy about this is, one, they always claim, you know, these celebrities, Democrats love celebrities. Who gives a fuck what a celebrity thinks? Meanwhile, you made Chingy the top. You made him the feature act. It's Chingy. Like,
yeah, I just know he a rapper. Don't ask me what he did.
No one has ever said, wonder what Chingy thinks about this election. Not once.
No, not never.
Not like we don't give him the Ja Rule treatment. No one's putting Chingy on TV.
He does not get the Ja Rule treatment.
Crazy. So he ended up first defending it. I'm gonna say this one time. I'm gonna say this one time. All caps after this. My job is to perform, and I get paid to perform, not care about politics. Oh, he's still trying to make that happen in 2024. He spelled care. Not, he's supposed to say not care about politics.
C-A-R-E?
C-A-U-R-R.
Oh no.
You know, like how you spell right there.
Okay, I'd have been like, who?
Oh my God.
come on, you can't be trying to do that. But he kept it going. He said, not care about politics. Now y'all find something else to do with your time while you are our time.
Nigga, do matter. It's time to vote. The fuck is this?
Well, after facing ongoing scrutiny and criticism, including accusations of financially struggling and performing for a community that doesn't support him, Chingy decided to remove himself from the situation. He announced his withdrawal, saying, you know what? Just because I don't want to be in the middle of this mess, I have declined performing, and no, I'm not a Trump supporter, no supporter of anyone else but Chingy. There you have it.
Yeah, because people got in your ass. That's all that was. Because, yeah, you won't, I mean, because why else would you perform?
Why else would he perform?
Do you need some money?
Yeah, because he needs money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's literally all.
Yeah.
They must be paying them good.
They paying them nice.
It's funny how basically calling him broke made him be like, I don't need it. How about that?
Right.
Now he gonna have to like eat ramen pride for the rest of the weekend and shit.
Right.
Like, he probably was looking forward to that check. I would have came out and told y'all I was broke.
But the mortgages still due. Like,
I'm putting the mortgages still due.
I'm gonna put that motherfucking GoFundMe or Cash App in the bio. Like, listen, y'all don't want me to do the show? Fine, I don't want to do it either.
You know who don't care if you're Democrat or Republican? That mortgage like, pay me, bitch. Republican, Democrat, Independent, I'm still due.
You can donate right there. All right, 0 to 100.
Child, actually, this get a 0 because actually, for most people, when it come to Chingy, I knew he was rapper. Don't ask me no songs. Don't ask me what he did. I have no idea. So actually, it's a 0 because I actually don't care enough. I hate to be like this. Now I'm sorry to that man. He got bills, but no, 0.
All right. What about you, D?
It's a 0. Like Chingy, like he was like, where has he even been? He ain't even on none of the reality shows, I don't think. Like, what you been doing?
At least you come back with it. Yeah, with the reality show, you at least have some Love and Hip Hop. One of them shows.
The one song that I only remember because it was hot when I was in college. Like,
yeah,
but that was almost 20 years ago.
I guess whenever the GOP needs him, he'll be one call away. You know, just pulling him back. Yeah, I give him I give it a 0 too. I'm gonna be honest, I don't care about Chingy. I never have. But I do like that the reason I give it a 0 is that he was pulled back. Like he did go, you know what? Y'all right. I'm Chingy and I actually don't want to smoke because I can't afford the fucking smoke, honestly. Like I don't want no Chrisette Michelle shit. Y'all can really he could get Chrisette Michelle. Like he like Janet Jackson could honestly not know. I hope she don't do it, but she could come out and be like, listen, guys, I actually am voting for Trump. And her tour is still gonna happen.
Yeah, her tour's still gonna happen.
Chingy can't afford to be fucking around because the margins are thin for my man. And we won't forget about you. Exactly. Because it's nothing to be like, I'm not buying those tickets off of the 2-for-1 Groupon.
Right.
I won't be at the state fair to see you, Chingy. I'm sorry.
He need the coins.
Right.
I'm going to the open air arena with the bugs and the heat. I'm good.
All right. So we'll I think we all agree on that one. Let's wrap this up with some sword ratchetness. Okay, because it's still happening on these streets out here. Play the longest sound effect in the world. All right. A man was arrested and charged for samurai sword attack outside of Zany's. Zany sounds like a comedy club or something.
Don't it?
Yeah.
Is it a restaurant? What is a Zany's?
I don't know. They have a video. They're probably gonna play a commercial before it plays, though. Let me see. But yeah, they have a video. I'll try to play the news video and we'll see together. But Zany's definitely sounds like some sort of a comedy establishment. Maybe he was on some Joker shit. He went in there and bombed and put a motherfucking sword on their ass. All right, let's
caught
see.
on camera. A Spokane business owner says he can't.
And D, can you hear this? Because if not, I can. I know
I can hear.
Okay, all right, here we go.
Close to serious injury, or maybe even worse, when a neighbor came at him with two swords.
Well, tonight that business owner was talking, and the suspect faced a judge on serious charges.
Crime 2's Shannon Mowdy spoke with that store owner about why he says he actually feels kind of bad for the suspect. Shannon?
Well, guys, this is all that's left of a tree outside Zany's smoke shop. Court records and...
Oh, it's a smoke shop. Okay. Okay. Huh. I didn't... All right. Maybe you need to go in there and get him a little something to take the edge off.
Give him a little something to feel zany. I don't know.
Security video actually show a guy chopping into it several times with two samurai swords. But it's actually what happened next that led to his arrest and assault charges. It's in the name. Zany's Smoke Shop is known for off-the-wall offerings. But what came to Robert Saleb's door Monday
chasing me with the knife
was something else entirely.
during my customers. So I have customers calling me, telling me they won't shop here because somebody's outside with two swords or a sword in their hand.
A neighbor and longtime customer of the shop captured on security video chopping down a tree with two samurai swords. Saleb says he confronted the man about it, and that's when things took a dangerous turn.
So he saw me peeking through the gate. That's when he said, "I'm going to kill you." He came through the gate. I backed up. I said, "Calm down, just calm down." He took his sword, swung it, but I was still about 5 feet away from him.
That's when Saleb turned and ran inside, not realizing his potential attacker was right behind him.
And here I come, running back up here, and here he is chasing me with the knives.
Be honest, you're not running hard enough.
You are slowly walking
Not
away.
at all.
I would have been running, looking behind me to be sure he wasn't on my ass.
That's the run of a man that's gonna get stabbed one day. You got to take these swords seriously, people. Get the fuck out.
Swords.
Right.
You swing and miss me, or I'm out.
You're a better person than me because I'm not even coming out the shop to talk to the motherfucker. I'm just calling the police and being like, "I'm sorry for that man."
Yeah, I'd have been peeking out the glass blinds.
Right. Hope he don't get shot, but I'm not going out there to be like, "Hey, buddy, calm down."
What he was doing? Landscaping with the swords?
Right. Hey, leave that tree alone. Wait, whoa, what are you doing? Fuck that.
That man's now charged with second-degree assault and resisting arrest.
And now he leaves, shows me that he's going to come back.
This is regarding incident at the Zany's.
Crime 2 News is not identifying him, as he's being held until he can have a mental health evaluation. Saleb says he hesitated to even call police because he knows this was a mental health crisis.
When somebody threatens your life, and you come, I didn't even realize how close I came to losing my life with him being right behind me like that.
Saleb says this highlights.
He a good person, man. He definitely thought about all the shit I would have thought about, but I would have called the cops. I'm not dying for no sword shit. I can't afford to die that way. After all these episodes, I can't. If y'all find out I got killed fucking around trying to talk one of these sword motherfuckers down, y'all would absolutely roast me, and I would deserve to be roasted.
We would have to roast you.
Yeah, the last episode with me playing the clip on the news.
Right.
But y'all, this is the end of the black guy who tips.
Right. Yeah, he saw a person with a sword, but he didn't want the police to get involved. So he got stabbed.
Spokane's need for some sort of behavioral health intervention or facility to deal with substance abuse, crises, and other issues that sometimes end up on businesses' doorsteps.
There's a lot of low-income people out there that need mental help, but they can't go to a professional down the street, or we can't help but feel sorry for him. Everybody here knows who he is, but he needs help.
Be a local.
Now, that discussion about the need for mental and behavioral health resources is not a new one. In fact, Mayor Lisa Brown hinted at some sort of partnership to create a behavioral crisis center last month, and we reached out to the city to see where those plans are today. We didn't hear anything back. Shannon Mowdy.
All right, there you go, everybody. Be careful out here with these swords. Be
safe.
Don't talk them down. Just get the cops involved and go hide before they can get to your ass. D, tell everybody about the 5K again and where they can go to support it.
So the Marion House 5K is this Saturday, September the 28th. I think the kickoff is like 9 a.m. for the actual race. Here in Baltimore, you can find on marionhouse.org/5K. And when you select the team to donate, please select Team Pam Dukes and donate to my individual page, Demetria.
There you go, man. Make sure y'all go to marionhouse.org. The link will be in the show notes. Team Pam Dukes, Demetria, make sure y'all support her. We got to get her back to number one. We can't let these new people come in and raise more money.
Can't let that happen.
It's personal. It's getting personal. We can't have it happen. Make sure you check out our podcast, Bad and Boozy.
Bad and Boozy back.
Yeah, they back. So I know y'all loved when we had all the wine talk when she was on last time. We got so many comments.
I can do wine talk in the future too, because I still go back to teach wine classes sometimes.
There you go. So make sure y'all do that, and we'll be back throughout the week. We might take tomorrow off. Tomorrow's my birthday, so I might not feel like doing this, but we'll be back Tuesday. We have another guest. Which is gonna be fun. She's a intimacy coordinator for TV shows, and so y'all know we like Game of Thrones. You know, y'all like P Valley and stuff. So we're gonna be talking to Zuri tomorrow, Tuesday, and yeah, we'll see. We'll talk to you guys then. Until next time, I love you.
I love you too.
Bye, everybody.